We're starting with the exams today, okay? Only for volunteers. If you want to apply the exam today, it will be good for me, okay? So let's start with the review. I'm gonna ask these questions as if I were person or student A, and you're going to take the role of student B in all of the cases, okay? So I'm gonna give you two examples, the first and the second one. As you can see, in all of the questions, I'm asking to make follow-up questions in all of them. So how are we going to do? Well, in this exam, you are going to work in groups. One of you will be student A and the other one student B. Student A is going to ask the question. Student B is going to answer the question, okay? With complete sentences. According to your partner's question, student A is going to ask one or two follow-up questions, depending on what is requested. And then student B, one more time, is going to answer these follow-up questions with complete sentences. And that's it. And then we go ahead with the next question and the next and the next. So you will ask minimum 3 questions, maximum 4, okay? 3 or 4 questions. So let's start with Andrea. I'm gonna be student A and you are B. Could you open your microphone, please?
Can you repeat, please, teacher?
Yes. I'm gonna ask question number 5.
Do you work or study?
No, I'm gonna ask that question to you. Do you work or study?
I study.
And where do you study? Where do you study?
I study at
Now, how long have you studied at ITP?
I studied for I have studied for 2 years.
Could you repeat?
I have studied for 2 years.
I have studied there.
There?
Yes, we are talking about ITP. I have studied there for 2 years.
There for 2 years.
Could you repeat?
I have studied there for 2 years.
Very well. Okay. I'm going to repeat the question. The same. Do you work or study?
I study.
Well, your answer is I study. Then my next question is, where do you study?
I study at ITP.
I study at ITP. Now my question is with how long? How long have you studied there? How long have you studied there?
I've studied there for 2 years.
Yes, for 2 years. And that's it, okay? We have finished with number 5, or with the first question. And another one. Do you do or play any sport? Do you do or play any sport?
No, I don't.
Well, if my person says no, I have to ask a follow-up question. So, what do you do in your free time?
I watch movies.
What is your favorite type of movie? Andrea.
My favorite movie.
Type.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite type of movie?
My favorite type of movie is science fiction.
Is science fiction. Then I can ask a question with how long? How long have you seen science fiction movies?
I've seen science fiction movies for
I've seen them. You can substitute science fiction movies for them. I've seen them.
I've seen them for 2 hours.
Well, the question is, how long have you seen science fiction movies? Like, I love animated movies. I've seen them since I was a child. Or I've seen them for 20 years. And you? How long?
Since I was 15 years.
Since I was 15. That's it. Okay. Now, this one is going to be asked by person A. Then person B is going to answer the questions. Person A makes another question here. Person B answers that question. One more time, person A asks a question with how long. And person B answers that question. So that is the role that you're going to do in the interview. Esto es lo que van a hacer en una entrevista. Ya no nada más es pregunta, respuesta, pregunta, respuesta. So you have to ask first, the first question that is here, then you have to ask a follow-up question. Depending on your partner's answer, you're going to ask, if it is necessary, another follow-up question, okay? To fit the how long question. If it fits very well immediately, so you can ask the how long question very soon. If not, then you have to make up follow-up questions until it is suitable to do so. And here we have 1, 2, 3 questions. Okay. Is it clear what you're gonna do? Yes. Now another one. Let me see. This is for Eduardo Perez. Do you live in Puebla City, Eduardo?
Yes, I live in
You can say yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Pardon.
Now, since he answered yes, I can immediately ask a follow-up question. How long? It says, if yes, ask a question with how long. So how long have you lived there?
I have lived there since 3 years ago. Bueno, un ejemplo.
I've lived there since 3 years ago. That's it. Aquí cambia un poquito la dinámica. ¿Por qué? Porque me respondió que sí, entonces inmediatamente hago la pregunta con how long have you? Okay. Another one. Then same person, Eduardo Perez. How can I get to, imagine that we are in front of Tecnológico and I ask directions. How can I get to Tolins Mall?
Tolins Mall? Cross the... You cross the...
No, quítale el you. It's just cross.
Cross the Avenue Tecnológico.
Switch, you have to switch the order. My question is, how can I get to Tolin Mall. Mhm. Then you can say imperative ideas. Just cross, and then the name of the avenue, Tecnológico Avenue. And later,
Then continue straight.
we don't say continue straight.
Hacia,
Then,
digo, perdón, towards, ay, ¿cómo se llama la? Se me olvidó el nombre de la calle.
but what is the direction? So
Dijo
I
Tolín,
cross
¿no?
Tecnológico Avenue. I just cross Tecnológico Avenue. Then,
Ajá, y luego, across the Parque Puebla.
you can say walk along or go along.
Ah, ok.
Go along. De Puebla. Mhm.
Then cross the. Ay, no me acuerdo cómo se llama esa calle, por favor.
Calzada Ignacio Zaragoza. Later, cross Ignacio Zaragoza Street.
Ajá.
Huh?
Y esto.
Mhm.
Be in front of you. The.
No, not yet. In front of me is Electra. You said cross Tecnológico Avenue. We are in front of Tecnológico, the main entrance. So if I cross Tecnológico Avenue, I am now on the Parque Puebla side. Then go along Parque Puebla. Later, you say just cross Ignacio Zaragoza Street.
Mhm.
But I am in the middle of the block. So, do I have to turn right or left?
You walk.
Remember that you don't have to say you because it's imperative. You have to say imperative ideas. Just cross Tecnológico Avenue, go along Parque Puebla, cross Ignacio Zaragoza Street. In front of me is Electra.
Mhm.
Then do I turn right or left?
Turn right.
Then turn right.
Walk about 5 meters.
And walk some meters. Until you reach Tolin Malls. Now, how do you say the location or the position? I turn right and walk some meters until you reach Tolin Mall. And then the mall is on my left or on my right?
Left.
The mall is on your left. That's it. Okay. With this one, you are expressing the position or the location of the place. How can I get to Tolin Mall? Okay. Cross Tecnológico Avenue. Then go along Parque Puebla. Later, cross Ignacio Zaragoza Street. Then turn right, walk some meters until you reach Tolin Mall. The mall is on your left. And we finish with that. So you have to say all of this. But you have to be careful because the person can ask any other place. How can I get to a planetarium? How can I get to Loretos Mall? How can I get to Ignacio Zaragoza Market? So The person can say a lot of places near Tecnológico. All of us, the starting point is in front of Tecnológico in question number 3. Okay. Now, Claudia, this is for you. It says, ask a question about past experiences. Then, Claudia, ask me a question about past experiences.
Where where were you, Robert?
It says past experiences. Do you remember that we were talking about experiences, achievements? There is a structure that we use to say events that has happened in our lives or have happened in our lives, but we don't say when, because the most important is the experience, not when.
Okay.
So ask me a question about past experiences. You can help your partner, guys. Dalila, Stephanie, or Susana, Alexandra. Yes. How can you ask me a question about my experiences, past experiences?
Have you ever
Exactly.
seen the rain?
Yes. So that is 7. The question is, have you ever? Have you ever what?
Seen the rain.
Seen the rain? Okay. Well, the rainbow. Have you ever seen the rainbow? El arco iris? Yes, I have.
Okay, you'd like seeing the rainbow. Ay, no puedo decirlo.
Rainbow. Rainbow.
Rainbow.
Do or did?
Did.
Could you repeat, please?
Do you
No,
like?
because my answer is yes, I do.
Okay.
Now you have to ask a follow-up question. The most common questions are in past, simple past. Did you like to see it?
Okay.
Since you already have the reference previously, it is not necessary to repeat rainbow. You can substitute rainbow by it.
Okay.
Like in this case, or when we were talking about Puebla, instead of Puebla, we use there, or Tecnológico, there. So, do you like to see it? Yes. It looked amazing. And that's all. Then Claudia, one more time. Ask me a question about future plans or intentions.
Will?
Are you sure? No, it's not will. Anyone? What is the structure? I will help you. When you are asking about past experiences, you're gonna use present perfect. Okay. When you are asking about finished past action, you're gonna use simple past. If you ask for future plans only or intentions, you're gonna use be going to, because these are just intentions. And if you ask about future arrangements, you're gonna use present continuous. Do you remember that? Mhm. Okay. So you're gonna use present perfect if you are asking for past experiences. Simple past if you are asking for finished past actions. Be going to for future plans or intentions. And present continuous for future arrangements. Okay. Now, Claudia, ask me a question about my future plans or intentions.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Are you be going to? No. Are you going to?
Exactly.
Are you going to travel
Mm-hmm.
the next year?
So this is question number 9. Mm-hmm. Are you going to travel the next year? Well, when you use next or last, you don't say the. It's just next year. Are you going to travel next year? Yes, I am. Now it says that you have to ask me a follow-up question, Claudia.
Where are you
Mm-hmm.
going to travel?
Okay. I'm going to travel, or I'm gonna, this is very informal, I'm gonna travel to the beach. So this is the way that I'm going to evaluate in this oral exam. Person A is making 2 questions. Okay, this one, are you going to travel next year? And there is another one here. And person B is saying or answering with complete sentences and coherent, congruent answers. This is said by person B. And this one too, I'm gonna travel to the beach. Okay. Well, Susana, it's your time. Ask me a question about my future arrangements.
Arrangement is planes? Okay.
No, arreglos. Or activities that you have planned to do, that you have fixed to do. You are sure that these actions will happen.
Okay.
When you are sure and when it is already fixed or planned, we use present continuous. But when it is just a future intention, you use be going to, but it is not very sure to happen. Otherwise, with arrangements, you are sure that this action will happen because you have already bought the tickets, that you have set the schedule, etc.
Okay. Le pregunto a usted, Miss, o
Yes. You're going to ask me. Ask me a question about a future arrangement. Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Did? We are talking about future and you need present continuous.
Okay. Will
Present continuous.
Are you
Mhm.
Are you mm, are
podemos
you
ayudarla?
Yes.
Are you watching the movies with family and afternoon?
Are what are? Could you
Are you?
repeat? Mhm.
Are you watching the movies
A movie. A movie.
with family?
Mhm.
Sit with your family and the afternoon?
Yes. But in the afternoon, this is for routines. Since you are talking about future, it's better to say this afternoon. So are you watching a movie with your family this afternoon? No, I'm not. Well, it says that you have to ask a follow-up question.
So, are you
Mhm.
doing this?
Yes. So, you can ask, so, ¿qué vas a hacer?
What are you doing?
Yes. What are you doing this afternoon? Well, that is person B. Well, I'm going running. Or I'm walking my dogs. I was going to say I'm going running with my dogs, but it's better to say I'm walking my dogs. So we are using present continuous because it is an arrangement. It's something that we are sure this will happen. Okay? Why? Because I have already talked to my family and I have told them that I don't have time for them this afternoon. And one of my plans is this one. I'm walking my dogs this afternoon. I have spared or separated that time for my dogs. So we are sure that this action will happen. There is a difference between be going to, because this is just a plan. Like, are you going to travel next year? Yes, I am. Where are you going to travel? I'm going to travel to the beach. It's just a plan or an intention. But if something else happens, if a friend invites me to go to the mountains, I'm going to go to the mountains instead of the beach, okay? Because this is just an intention for the future. On the other hand, with present continuous, this is sure to happen. Why? Because we have arranged everything in order that this event happens in the future. That is the great difference between present continuous, that is sure, and be going to, it's just an intention. Well, let's see. Cristóbal.
Una pregunta. Por ejemplo, en el caso 9, podemos utilizar la forma informal del going to en el examen, o sea, el gonna.
Yes, yes. Are you gonna travel next year? Where are you gonna travel? I'm gonna travel. Just because it is spoken language. When you are speaking in an informal situation, you are talking to your partner, to your friend, so you can use gonna, wanna, canya, etc. That is correct. In this case, it's okay because it's informal.
Gracias, teacher.
You're welcome. Any other questions about this? Present continuous versus be going to?
No.
No? Okay. Now, Cristobal, ask me a question about a finished action, finished past action.
Have you
Finished past action, you need simple past. Now, here it is important to say that you can use simple past with any common verb, but also you can use was or were. So here we have two options. You can use did or was were. Mhm.
Podría ser you eat.
Could you repeat?
Did you eat
Mhm.
this afternoon
This afternoon or
or
last?
last year? No, last yesterday.
Mhm. Could you repeat, please?
Did you eat this? Did you eat
Mhm.
yesterday? No.
Well, ask a question about a finished past actions. Here you have a lot of options, thousands of options. You can ask a yes, no question or an open, closed question, or you can ask an open question, WH question. So it's up to you.
Did you eat something?
Could you repeat, please?
Did you eat something?
Did you eat
Something?
something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's not complete. Did you eat something?
The morning.
This morning.
Uh-huh. This morning, yes. Well, person B, I am person B, and I say, yes, I did. Now ask me a follow-up question.
What do you eat?
Could you repeat?
What do you eat?
Do? Mm-mm.
Did you eat?
Exactly. What did you eat? Well, I ate chilaquiles and green tea. So instead of ate, I'm gonna write down I have chilaquiles and green tea for breakfast. That's it. Y es todo lo que tenemos que hacer. This is the question because you are asking about a finished past action. Did you eat something this morning? Yes, I did. According to my answer, you ask a follow-up question. What did you eat? I had chilaquiles and green tea for breakfast. And that's it. Okay. So, Alexis Anaya. Number 11. What do you think will happen to your country in 5 years?
Es lo que creo, ¿no? ¿Cómo va a estar?
Here, what do you think will happen? I'm asking for probabilities or possibilities.
I think my country.
I think there will be, I think Mexico will, and something.
I think Mexico will be in, ¿cómo se dice crisis?
In a crisis or
bankruptcy?
bankruptcy? Bancarrota? Bankruptcy?
5 years?
No. In bankruptcy. Could you repeat?
I think Mexico will be in crisis in 5 years.
Now, it says that I have to ask a follow-up question to you. Why do you think so? Eduardo, Carlos Eduardo, why do you think so? I'm sorry, Alexis Anaya, you were asking. Why do you think so? Or why do you think Mexico will be in crisis or in economical crisis in 5 years? Why?
Economical crisis.
But why?
Because